Hello, hello. Bonjour, everyone. Hello. Today I'm painting along with Lacey. Hi, Lacey.
Hello, hello. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm happy to have you with me. And just so people know, I met you, so to speak, on TikTok.
Yes.
And you were using one of my tutorials, one of the
Mhm.
live painting tutorials
Yes.
with mushrooms. That's it.
Yes. Oh my God, I love that painting.
Yeah. So you were kind enough to tag me, and I found your TikTok, and then I know you've been jumping into gouache.
Yes, I've been taking a fun little 30-day journey trying to learn how to paint with gouache, and I am absolutely in love. And your tutorial helped me fall in love with it. So,
Great. Good to know. Very good to know. So today we are painting this little bouquet. I love it because it's a French word, by the way. Um, we say bouquet, but I will say bouquet. Hi, Inga. How are you? And today we are painting with gouache together. I said she would be painting with watercolor, but I'm happy that you are painting with gouache, and I see that you bought the Holbein set.
yes, I can't wait to play with them. I was going to paint with watercolor, but I got these. So,
This is a very good paint. This is the one I'm using actually. All right, so I can have my little palette inside of the frame. And as usual, I'm using my airtight palette. And I still have the leftover from last week. And last week I did this squirrel.
oh,
And
yes.
after I did a complete sketchbook spread that you can find on my YouTube channel. So I have the paint left. I keep the paint from one session to another. So I see you are placing, where are you placing? The primary colors?
Yeah, I just got the primary mixing set with kind of a cyan, magenta, and yellow. I'm just going to place those down so I can mix up colors as I go.
Okay. All right. I'm using warm yellow today because the flowers are not lemon yellow. They are more, yeah, kind of a warmish color. And I will say hi to Judy, Kate, and Colin. Welcome. Colin, are you painting along? Judy, are you painting along? I know you, obviously, sometimes you are painting along. And there is a slight change in the time this week, just because in France we switched our winter time last night. But I think that next week you will switch also your time in USA. So we will get back to normal next week. Hi, Marianne. Okay, Judy. So as usual, I've been tracing. Did you make a drawing, Lacey?
I did not. So typically, and I think this is kind of a holdover from watercolor, is I don't always, unless I'm painting with acrylic, I don't paint with a tracing. So I'm just going to kind of try to sketch some of these out. Mine probably won't be as true to form as yours is because I'm gonna do this live, but I'm going to kind of get some of those figures in now, and then I'm going to follow some of your shadows.
Okay. And I have a question from Maria. Yeah, you didn't miss anything, actually. The brown surface, I didn't talk about it, sorry. Actually, I cheated a bit. I made the background with watercolor. So I placed washi tape on the edges because I wanted it to be very straight. Depends on the days. And I wanted to mimic the wood that is behind the bouquet. So I made some brown colors. I thought it would be nice to complement the yellow of the flowers. and the green also. So what are you beginning with? Yeah, a loose sketch with the painting. Okay. I'm beginning by the dark colors of the petals, and I will place the black. I don't know how to call that. Black hearts.
Yeah, the kind of the center cone.
Yeah, center cone. How do you call those flowers?
I think here they're called black-eyed Susans.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I think we call that Rudbeckia. I don't know. Not a specialist in flowers. So what do we have? So someone from Russia. I'm sorry, I cannot read your name because I don't read Russian. You didn't know I did painting all night. Yes, I do. Every Sunday for 5 months. So you have quite a lot of live that you can catch up if you want. Yeah, I could paint on cardboard as well because cardboard is also suitable for gouache if you don't use too much water.
Oh yeah, that would be kind of perfect with your brown background too.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about it now, but I want to fill my sketchbook. So anyway, I have to paint in the sketchbook if I want to finish it. Actually, because I love buying sketchbooks, but I don't finish them a lot, I must say.
There is something satisfying about finishing a sketchbook and being able to kind of just put it on a shelf.
Oh, yeah. And to look at the pages, see how your painting has evolved from the beginning of the sketchbook. That's really fun. All right. Oh, Alisa. Yeah, thank you, Alisa, because now that you say it, might be. Judy is saying it's Rudbeckia. Yeah. Yeah, it should be. I don't know if you are watching the chat at the same time, Lacey. I don't know.
Yes, a little bit. I am.
Yeah, but it's difficult to paint, to talk, to watch the chat.
So are you adding white to your yellow to make it that vibrant? Is that what's happening?
No, actually, it's the opposite. If you add white, you will weaken the colors.
Okay, so you're just using a thicker wash of that yellow.
Yeah, and that's pure yellow with a bit of orange. Alisa is asking which type of gouache is better to use for beginners, water or acrylic. Oh, wow, that's fun because this is a discussion we had with Lacey before the live. And actually, acrylic gouache is not gouache, it's acrylic. So I guess you have your answer. It's not gouache. And if you want to use gouache, you better use a regular traditional one with water so you can reactivate it. Acrylic gouache is a marketing trick. It's not gouache at all. It's acrylic. So
You do have to be careful though, because they try to trick you. I've been duped multiple times.
yeah, I see what you mean. Although I've bought some just on purpose to try it. And no, it's not gouache. Maybe I should lower my camera a bit. Yeah, I know it's making a strange noise.
It protested.
Yeah, it doesn't like it. So you see the details of it because it's a quite small painting. Not much to paint in here. So how is it going for you, Lacey?
It is good. I started with that Himi palette, the HIMI palette, and I'm having a little bit of difficulty getting used to this is definitely a different consistency. The colors are more vibrant, and this is definitely a creamier type of paint, but Yeah, I'm getting used to the new consistencies of this, so I'm having to kind of readjust, I suppose. But I love how vibrant it is.
Yeah, the colors, the pigments are much vibrant with the Holbein, and also the blending will be so easier with the Holbein compared to the Hemi. Hemi is really a pain when it comes to blending.
Mm.
And if you haven't tried yet, you will see the difference. That's really another world.
Yeah. Yeah, I did a test yesterday where I painted with the same thing with both, which will be a video that I'm going to post soon, kind of comparing. And I think I did a better job with the Hemi palette, but I also just am I'm more used to painting with it, and it felt more similar to acrylic in the way that it kind of moved, but it still had the gouache properties. But man, when I did the side-by-side test between the two, I mean, there is absolutely no question that this is a higher quality pigment.
Yeah, this is artist quality. And I know that Hemi is kind of trendy, and it's also very cheap. So a lot of people buy it for beginning. And I think it's not a good thing to do because you get used to a strange consistency, which is not the accurate consistency. And after that, just like you have to get used to the real one after. And I think some people have gave up on gouache because they tried with Hemi and they thought it was not good. And if they had begun with a better one, I'm pretty sure they would have stick to gouache.
So if you were going to buy the Holbein gouache, but you were trying to buy a few more than just the primary mixing set, what additional colors would you put into your cart?
I would add burnt umber.
Okay.
Because I love this color. I think it really makes great shadows. I don't like black a lot. Well, now I will use it for today because obviously the heart is black, but usually I really don't like to use it. I prefer to make my mixes. So yeah, burnt umber for sure. And maybe a vermilion red.
Okay.
Because you can mix it from your magenta and yellow, but if you use it a lot, it's a pain to mix everything.
Right.
Yeah. Hi, Gray. Yeah, painting alone. Great. Yeah. Yeah, I'm using pure black, but it's really an exception for the hearts, which are not only black, they are also brown a bit. I think this bouquet, the main issue is the reflection on the glass. That will be fun to do.
Yeah, glass is one of those things that it's like you kind of want to allude to it. You don't want to really fully paint it.
Yeah, you have to be loose, and as we said, it's something that is difficult to be loose. Adding a bit of burnt umber to my centers so it's not pure black. I'm not sure it really shows on the image because it's really subtle, but yeah.
So I've got a question because there was a TikTok I saw that was getting a lot of traction the other day, and I don't remember who it was from, but they claimed that when they were taught gouache, that you cannot blend with gouache. And I don't know enough about that to dispute it, but that didn't sound right to me.
No, it's not right, I confirm. You can blend. Actually, that's fun you say that because I just wrote a blog article that I just released on my website 2 hours ago with 6 different ways to blend gouache. So you can see that, and you see that, yes, of course you can blend with gouache, of course. Even 6 different ways to do it. No, it's can be difficult, yes, but it's possible. And as I said, it's very difficult with Himi, but with an artist quality, it works very well. So I don't have really a plan today. I'm jumping from one place to another. I don't know what I'm doing. It's weird. I wanted to paint the lid. I should have done that before the petals. That's weird. Looks like there is a part going back under the flowers. That's strange. I don't know. So let's do that, and I will have to paint over my petals. Hi, Nora. Welcome. Well, actually, we are painting with gouache together. Lacey, finally, she said she wanted to do with gouache. So we are enjoying. Nora went live with me recently. We were painting a cute lamb.
Oh,
yeah, it was really so cute. Yeah, good thing with gouache is you can do so many different things. That's really a medium that is so versatile. I love it. I know you know I love it.
yes, your enthusiasm about it is infectious for sure.
Yeah, I'm a gouache advocate, actually. Yeah, painting over my petal. And I love gouache so much that I am opening a membership tomorrow, actually. I'm so excited about it. I'm working on it for weeks, and now I'm really eager for it to open. And I'm opening with 20 founding members, and I think I have one here today with us. So I hope we will have fun. And we will be painting with gouache and with watercolor. And talking about watercolor, I think, Lacey, you have a watercolor course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mainly, one of my favorite things to paint are landscapes. And so I just launched a course through Teachable where I teach people how to paint, I think it's 6 different landscape type things, but we do comparisons. So I talk about differences in paper, and I also talk about differences in supplies. So sometimes I'll paint something twice so you can see the difference that it makes. But yeah, this is my favorite of the compositions from that class. And I think there's like 3.5 hours worth of edited content. So I think it would probably take you about 6 hours to finish all the compositions in it.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, but this is what it takes to master something. I'm quite sure there is no shortcuts in art. Aha. Inger, you're talking to me, I guess. Oh, are you talking to Lacey? Because we are painting the lid together, so I don't know which one. For me, it's a mix of black and white. It's a grayish something. I can show you closer. It's very, very dark. The left side on the image, it's really dark. If you blink, it's almost as dark as the heart of the flowers.
And I am trying to soak up as much gouache knowledge from Cecile as possible because, yeah, she's a fountain of knowledge.
Just that I love it, so thanks. I don't know. Well, I discovered gouache, I think it's 4 years ago now. And I had never used gouache before because I've been to art school, but we were using acrylic. And gouache in France is very related to children.
Mm.
Yeah. If you say gouache, people really what they have in mind is Yeah, toddlers almost. So it's difficult to explain people. No, it's not that. Not just that. You can do something else with it. I have to squeeze some pure white because my white, I want to show you my palette because it's a mess. I'm a messy artist, but that's fine. This is 3 lids that were supposed, 3 wells was supposed to have pure white inside. And as you can tell, no, it's not white anymore.
It has become a lot less. Yeah. I have noticed that I'm having a hard time keeping my colors kind of fresh because I'm constantly dipping into different colors.
Yeah, that's a problem with Himi because they have those little wells you want to tap inside.
Mm-hmm.
But I find it easier to use this kind of airtight palette.
Okay.
Where I squeeze a bit of paint and I can just get a small amount of it. And between 2 painting sessions, I'm placing it in the fridge.
Ah, okay.
Because this way you're sure your paint is not exposed to heat or sun or whatever. And it's easier to keep it fresh. Yeah. Well, I'm really jumping here and there. I have no plan today. That's a mess. Poof. Let's make some green maybe, because it's a bit monochromatic. I have a ready-made green because I'm lazy, I must say. But you can, of course, do it with green, blue and yellow. And I will switch to a smaller brush maybe. Yeah. From what I see, Lacey, it seems you could be using a bit thicker paint.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of trying to figure out here. I think I'm thinking of this, especially with the tubes, like it's watercolor, where if I squeezed out this much watercolor for one painting, that would be way too much.
Yeah, I know. People coming from watercolor, they all have the same problem. I know you.
Yes, so here we go. I'm going to try with the thicker paint. Think of it more like acrylic.
Yeah, exactly. Think of it as acrylic and it will be fine. Okay, so I made a mistake. There is a little stain of green because I had some green paint on my hand. I will take a clean brush and just rub and lift up the pigments. And now I have a white stain. Well, never mind.
Ooh, now I'm going too thick.
Yeah, you have to find the correct balance. That's the most difficult thing with gouache, is the consistency. Once you master that, it's fine. Everything is fine after.
I do wish I'd gone with a darker background too, because I'm not getting as much contrast. I don't know why. I thought it would be a lot more contrast.
I regret not to have a blue one, so that's weird. Yeah, question about the backgrounds, by the way. Mine is watercolor. And yours?
Yeah, I did mine in watercolor as well.
All right. So I think we did that just by being practical, but you can do it with gouache as well. It's not a problem.
I did notice that with this gouache, when you do a really thin wash of it, it does act a lot more like watercolor than that the Hemi does. The Hemi gets kind of chunky.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say I don't like Himi, but I think it's overrated.
It is. I mean, I will say for the price, especially if somebody's on a budget, I thought it was. I mean, I've been having fun painting with it, so
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
if that is what's within the price range, then I think that's probably a okay.
Yeah, but with the same price, you could get the three primaries on white in a good quality brand.
Hmm.
Because really, I have the 18 sets colors. You don't need the 18 colors, really.
I think that's
Right?
always every artist's problem is they want all of every single color once you
Yeah,
get
but
started buying.
we can mix everything. So I don't know why we always want to buy colors, ready-made colors. Just because we are lazy, I think.
And today I am having to mix all my colors today.
Yeah, that's good. That's really a good competence to have when you are an artist, is to know how to mix your colors. But I know you know. Okay, so I'm going loose with the stems now because it's a mess. So I don't want to stick to trying to do something realistic. I'm just going loose with different shades and going, yeah, a bit messy. Just to figure out the thing. Just think of adding some contrast in some parts, not all the same colors. Yes, and yeah, let's go with something light in some parts. Ah, really, this white is not a white anymore. Yeah, from time to time I have to clean my palette anyway. And I think now is the time. Yeah, this way. A bit here and a bit here. And what else? I've made the highlight already, and I want to make a mix of, I don't know. I'm trying to determine the color of the jar, the glass. It's really a mix of a lot of colors.
So if I made, just out of curiosity, I made this too thick here, how would I fix that with this?
Where's that?
I made my stem here too thick. I just got a little heavy-handed.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I mean, I can cover it with some additional details if necessary, but is there a way to try to fix that?
Yeah, what you could do is lift up the paint.
Okay.
With a clean brush, clean water,
Okay.
and you clean your brush between each brush stroke, so to speak.
Okay.
And you should, because the pigments of the gouache are bigger than the pigments of watercolor, so they kind of sit on top of the paper. They don't soak into the paper, not too fast anyway. So you can still lift it up. But the risk is you might lift up also the background.
That's
But
true.
you'll see how it goes.
We'll find out together, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. It's no exact science. It's something you have to feel.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at lifting watercolor, but I've never done it with gouache, so.
Or almost the same thing. How is it going?
It is. I've lessened the impact of it, but it is.
Still here.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm afraid it will still be here. But what you could do is paint all over the background, but it would be such a huge work.
I think I might end up putting an additional flower there.
Yeah, or a leaf.
Yeah. A leaf would be a good idea. That would be a lot simpler to paint too.
Yeah, I think it would be good. So this is also something that is very important when you're an artist, is to be able to make something from your mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, Inge, the glass is a mix of grays, but very different grays actually. It's really weird. And there are also a lot of reflections from the background. So in some part it's almost brown. In some part there is yellow. And also I'm working from a printed image, and the quality of my printer is not really great. I should be working from a good image, but I can't because I'm using my iPad to watch the chat.
There are so many unique challenges with painting live, and
Oh yeah, you get used to it. But I know you are going live on TikTok
yeah, I
regularly.
do live watercolor classes every other week on TikTok.
Yeah, I don't know if a lot of you are on TikTok. Yeah, Nora, great tip. I know you had a business of hand clothing, of hand painting clothing with your husband, and you would paint a little honeybee or flower on each mistake. And
Oh,
you wanted more honeybees after that. So that could be a honeybee. Yeah.
that would be cute. I did that. I painted my dog a long time ago, and yeah, I think it was with acrylic, and I put my hand in paint and then right on the canvas, and I couldn't get it off, and so I painted a bee on it too. And then I made her eyes kind of looking like they were looking up at it.
Yeah, so cute. Okay, I'm adding a strong shadow because why not?
You are a quick painter. This is impressive to see how fast you work.
I'm taking my time actually.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is you're fast with this.
No, I just mastered medium, so that's easier. But give me watercolor. I'm not as good with watercolor. Even if I master watercolor, but not that much. I guess the one you practice daily is obviously the one you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
Aha. So for the glass, I have a mix of green, gray, brown. What else? Yeah, gray green. I don't know if it's a color. And you have the petals also that are reflecting inside. I think the white part here is doing a lot for figuring out the glass. Yeah, I like realistic style. This is why.
Mm-hmm.
I will soften the edge of my shadow just by adding water to my paint. To the edge. Yeah.
I feel like you deserve a round of applause. My goodness, I cannot believe.
It's not finished. I think there is a green-gray here. Kind of a shadow. And also there is some brown. It's a background that is visible through the glass. Okay. Yeah, I really need to squeeze some more white because no, that's not white. No, I have to find the white in this mess. Yeah, here it is. And I will take an opaque white because some white are transparent. You have to know that as well. So if you want to be really white, you have to take an opaque white. And you can't find the opacity of a tube on the label. You have a little square. And if the square is filled, it means that it's opaque. And this one is Permanent White by Winsor & Newton. And you also have titanium white, which is very opaque. I want to use this pure white for the highlights on the lid. And as my background is brown, it will really pop out. And also the reflection here on the glass. And you have some part, I guess it's a mason jar with some writing on it. You have some highlight on the letters. And there is also a highlight on the level of the water, just where the water is hitting the lights. And now it's a bit gray. Yeah. Almost black. The level of water is really changing the color. We'll make some kind of letters. It's almost a bluish something for the reflection on the letters. Yeah, something like that. Could be some more darkness here. And some brown because some stems have brown also. And I need to show the darkness. I'm just talking because I know you are concentrated. You are focused on your painting.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I feel like my glass is coming together a lot better than my flowers did.
I know it can be hard to talk and paint at the same time, especially when you are discovering a new medium at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah. That is for sure. I'm curious how the chat is how people in the chat are doing. How are you? Is your
A lot of
glass
people,
better, or is your are your flowers better?
no, no, a lot of people are painting along, so it's quite difficult to paint and chat at the same time.
Yeah.
I know that, but I'm so used to, I don't know, explain what I do, talk as I paint, because I do that for a long time with my online classes.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought I was pretty well, I mean, I'm pretty good at that with watercolor, yeah, to kind of be able to talk about what I'm doing.
Yeah, no, it's
This
because this is gouache, and I know it's difficult. No problem. No problem. We'll do that another time. And next time, I'm pretty sure you will be very good at it because it's only practice, as we all know.
I'm just here to help your audience see that sometimes not everything goes according to plan.
Yeah, but you have to adjust and do something from it. So this is really good also. Yeah, I think my jar is okay now. It's just a tiny bit of light, and I want to go back with more yellow because I feel the flowers are a bit boring. And I want to be brave now and add some really thick paint, pure yellow, almost straight from the tube. So it's really popping out. I feel my petals are a bit small. They could be a bit more brave.
Yeah, I think I need to get some more contrast between the colors on my petals for sure.
Yeah, this is why I'm coming back with lighter color on top of everything because I have lost the light along the way. But that's common. I always do that. I always go back and fix my values after because I cannot get the correct value at first with gouache because gouache is drying a different value than it wet.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be really confusing at first. Hi, Corey. She's from Wyoming.
Wyoming, that's just north of me. I live in Colorado.
So neighbors, so to speak. From here, you are neighbors. I'm not sure this is the case if you drive from one place to another, but
Oh yeah, I can get to Wyoming in about 40 minutes where I live.
oh, great. Yeah. Because people always ask me, oh, are you close from Paris? Yeah, from USA, I'm close to Paris. I'm closer than you, but
So where are you located in France?
I'm in the western part of France,
Okay.
and it's 3 hours from Paris, driving or train, whatever. And I've been living in Paris when I was younger, much younger, I must say. And we decided we didn't want to have children in Paris, and so we moved. Because Paris is great for holidays, weekends, but for living, it's not what I like.
A bit
I live in
cramped.
sorry.
A bit cramped there.
Yeah, too much people, really. It's overcrowded. And, you know, Parisians are not really very friendly either,
Oh.
even to French. So, no, they are always ranting. Yeah, awful. Where I live, it's a small city, and I don't know if you go to the bakery and you can talk with the women, you can talk with people. They don't look at you strangely if you talk to them, because in Paris you don't talk to anyone. That's not possible. Only tourists. But Parisians, they are just so in their own world. Okay, I think I'm close to the end. Oh, this is a small one for me because usually it takes an hour. But now maybe I will add a bit more light. And hi, Lollipop. I love your name. I know it's nonsense, but it reminds me of a movie I've seen when I was a kid. It was The Wizard of Oz. And always think to the movie when I hear Lollipop.
The lollipop.
Yeah, exactly. I love this movie. So Lollipop is asking, what kind of equipment are you using and paint? Yeah, this is gouache, actually. It's not acrylic, it's not watercolor, it's not oil. It's another one. So now I'm taking white and add it to a bit of yellow, just for the highlights. Some petals are really light. And really contrast is important. And you have to think, where is the light coming from? Yeah. Maria is saying, it's funny you say that about Parisians. I was in southern village in France, I guess, and this summer they say exactly the same thing. Yeah, actually, we don't like Parisians in France. We don't. They are so proud. You know, they look at you from above because you don't live in Paris. But for holiday, they are always coming to our place, and they behave like Parisians, so we don't like them. Well, I'm sure you have the same with New Yorkers or whatever.
You know, I will say that in general, people like in Colorado are more friendly than people on the East Coast. Like, you know, you wave at people when you're driving if you're on a kind of a deserted road, and you say hello if you're hiking and stuff like that. But I have been told when I lived in Australia, anybody who visited New York, they were like, I expected everybody to be like rude and gruff and but everybody is so friendly, even in New York. So
Okay, so that's really Paris. Never mind, I knew that.
I think there are people who live in New York who are, you know, a bit more standoffish. But I think in general, the stereotype at least doesn't entirely hold.
Oh, in Paris it does. And especially the waiters in the cafe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they are awful. Really.
Yeah, I have wanted to travel to France, and I'm a little nervous. I'm like, I don't speak any French at all. So
yeah, we are not famous. We are not famous for speaking English. Okay. Well, you know, I'm being picky because I'm waiting for you, but I have finished for a long time.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'll probably be working on this for a lot longer. So if you guys are ready to go, then I say you go for it, because I have no idea when I will be done with this little painting.
Yeah, I will call this finished. Yes, so Nora, you had a terrible experience in Paris. We'll never go there again. Yeah, and that's a shame because Paris is a wonderful city if there were no Parisians inside. Well, I hope no Parisian is hearing that. But they know it. Okay, so I think I'm done. As always, I am showing the details close to the camera. If you can look at the textures. Actually, it's okay from a distance, as always. And yeah, it looks good from a distance. And what about you? So you're close to the end.
Yeah, I would say I'm like 70% done, but I'm not entirely sure. I mean, this was a real learning kind of experience for me. So this is my second time painting with this type of gouache. So this is still pretty new to me, but getting those consistencies and really trying to lay them down, like my instinct would be to actually try to redo this painting again. And I kind of want to paint off of a darker background because I really like how much yours kind of popped off of the darkness. I feel like even with some of the lighter colors, they're getting kind of lost in this light wash of blue.
Yeah, see what you mean. Let me see that again. No, I think you could do it. I think for the petals, you want to go a bit thicker with the yellow.
Yep.
So you can have maybe larger shapes of plain color, because the way I look at it, there is a lot of gradients inside each petal. So maybe you could try to have some patches of pure color. That would be a way to have your petals pop out.
Let's see if we can get one to really. Yeah, I've definitely got some more work to do on this. So yes, I guess yeah, I'm the example of if you practice, you will look like Cecile's, who is painting beautiful, but you might be at this stage, and that's totally fine too.
Yeah, but obviously I've been painting a lot more in gouache than you, but that's fine. You are practicing. And it's only a month you have discovered gouache. So you are doing great.
Oh, well, thank you. I really appreciate you taking the time with me today, and it's been so lovely getting to know you. I can't wait to, watch more of your stuff and find out more about gouache along with you.
Yeah, I'm keep going. I keep going. Oh, and I have a video released on Wednesday where I play with Himi gouache actually.
Nice.
But I'm doing something really different. You'll see that.
Oh, good. That's exciting.
Yeah, so thanks everyone for being there, and see you next week. And it will be mushrooms.
Ooh, fun. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.